Hello students, how are you? Hope you all are fine. In our previous lecture, we have discussed about chemical properties and uses of non-metals. And today we are going to discuss our last topic of this chapter, that is what alloy. So first we have to understand that what is an alloy. So the students, sometimes what happen, a metal or a non-metal is added to a metal to improve what its properties, and after the addition the final substance we get is known as what? An alloy. And the process is known as what? Alloying. Okay, so what is an alloy? Alloy is what? A homogeneous mixture of two or more metals, or it can be a metal and a non-metal. As I have told you that this is done to improve the properties of a metal. See how the properties get changed. First, increasing hardness of metals. So we know that some metals, iron and copper, are not very hard to be used as construction material, but alloying them with other metals and non-metals increases their what? Hardness. For example, pure iron is very soft, therefore it cannot be used in the construction of buildings. But if we alloy iron with a small percentage of carbon, then a new substance is formed, that is an alloy, and the name of the alloy is what? Steel. And steel is having what? Different properties from the pure iron. That is, the steel is very hard, strong, and can be used for construction purposes. Second is what? To increase resistance to corrosion. We know that some metals like iron rust easily, but if we alloy iron with chromium nickel, they form what? A stainless steel that do not get rust easily. And third is what? Changing physical or chemical properties. See students, tin and lead are alloyed. That means tin and lead are mixed together to form a new substance, what? Solder, that is having what? Low melting point. And that is why this solder is used to join what? Copper wires in electrical circuits. So this is all about our today's lecture. Your homework is what? See what is an alloy and what are its advantages. So goodbye, have a nice day. Hello students, how are you? Hope you all are fine. Today we are going to just do the recapitulation of our chapter for metals and non-metals. See what we have done in this chapter. First of all, we have did what? That we are basically having more than 120 elements, and we have classified that elements into three categories: metals, metalloids, non-metals. Okay, so students, metalloids are what? Those elements that are having both the properties of metals and non-metals. Okay, let's start with metals. Metals are what? Those elements which readily lose electrons and form what? Positive ions. And that positive ions are called what? Cations. For example, sodium, potassium, silver. After then we have discussed about the occurrence of the metals. So basically metals are present in earth crust in the form of minerals. But the minerals from which metals can be extracted profitably and conveniently are known as what? Ores. And next we have discussed about what? Metallurgy. Metallurgy is what? The science of extraction of metals from their respective ores, and after then refining them. Then we have discussed what? Physical properties of metals, that generally all the metals are what? Solid at room temperature except mercury. All metals are hard and very strong, except sodium and potassium. This way we have discussed about that कि metals are having what high melting and boiling point. They are good conductors of heat and electricity. Okay. And after then we have discussed that they are having what high density. Metals are lustrous, they are sonorous, they are showing a property of malleability. That means metals are malleable. They are also showing the property of ductility. After then we are having what chemical properties of metals. That metals react with oxygen to form what metal oxide. And there we have discussed that some metals reacts with oxygen readily. That means the oxygen that is present in our atmosphere. But some metals reacts with oxygen when we heat them. And second was reaction with water. That means when metal reacts with water, they form what? Metal hydroxides or metal oxide plus hydrogen gas. There we have discussed that some metals react with cold water, whereas some reacts with water on little bit heating, and some reacts with boiling water. And one more metal we are having, that is what? Iron, that reacts with steam. Okay. Now next we have discussed about what? That reaction of metal with what? Dilute mineral acids. Mineral acids like HCl and H2SO4. Metals react with dilute acid and forms what? Metal salt plus hydrogen gas. Okay. For example, when magnesium reacts with dilute HCl, it forms what? Magnesium chloride plus hydrogen gas. And there what is happening? Magnesium is just displaces the hydrogen from its position. That means here which reaction is occurring? Displacement reaction. Next we have discussed reaction with salt solution. That means metal 1 reacts with metal 2 salt to form what? Metal 1 salt, this, and metal 2. Okay. Here again which reaction take place? Displacement. After then we have discussed about the uses of metals, that we are using metals at various places. Like copper is what? Good conductor of heat. That is why it is used for making the bottoms of cooking utensils. Aluminium is what? Good conductor of electricity. It is used to make electrical wires. Iron is what? Iron is alloyed with many other metals to form what? Steel that do not get rust easily. Mercury is used in thermometers as mercury expand easily on heating. Next we have discussed about lead, that lead is used to make what? Automobile batteries. Okay. And after then we have discussed a topic what? Noble metals, that the metals which do not react with all other metals are known as what? Noble metals. For example, we are having what? Gold, silver and platinum. After then we have discussed what? Corrosion of metals. That was the formation of layers of undesirable compounds on the surface of metals due to exposure in oxygen and moisture. And the elements that undergo, or the metals that undergo corrosion are what? Silver, gold, aluminium, copper, iron. And after then we have discussed methods to prevent corrosion. That means first method is what? By applying grease or oil. Second, by painting, galvanization, alloying, electroplating. Now next comes what are non-metals. Non-metals are what? Those elements which accept electrons to form what? Negatively charged ions, that are known as what? Anions. And non-metals can occur in free state as well as in combined state. Like hydrogen occurs in combination with oxygen in water, carbon in coal, diamond, graphite exist in free state, whereas in carbon dioxide it occurs in combined state, and so on. Next is what? Physical properties of non-metals, that they exist in solid or gaseous states. And bromine is what? A liquid non-metal That means non-metal exists in all the states of metal. Next, they are having what? Lower density as compared to metals. They are brittle. That means if they are hammered, they are converted into what? Powdery mass. They are what? Good conductors of heat and electricity. They are poor conductors of heat and electricity, whereas graphite, a form of carbon, is what? A good conductor of electricity. They do not have luster, whereas iodine is having what? Shine. That means luster. They are very soft except what? Diamond. Diamond is very hard. Next, we have discussed about what? Chemical properties of non-metals. Only non-metals react with what? Oxygen to form non-metal oxide, that is acidic in nature. There is no reaction of water with non-metal. In case of acids, non-metals only reacts with what? Silicon and sulfur. As I have told you that they are not able to react with water and acids because they gain electrons, do not lose electrons. After then we have discussed about uses of non-metals, like oxygen is what? Essential for burning. Carbon is used in the form of graphite, that is a good conductor of electricity. And diamond is used to make what? Jewelry. Hydrogen is used for hydrogenation. Nitrogen, liquid nitrogen, is used for freezing food. And sulfur is used as a fungicide, so on. Okay. And at last we have discussed the topic what? Alloy. Alloy is what? A homogeneous mixture of two or more metals, or a metal and a non-metal. And basically alloying is done to improve the properties of a metal, like to increase hardness of metals, to increase resistance to corrosion, and to change physical or chemical properties of the metals. So this is what, students, the recapitulation of our chapter number 4. And now I am going to show you some questions that you have to do by yourself. Okay, see, these are some questions that you have to do. See, first arrange the following elements in their increasing order of reactivity, and you have to name a metal that do not react with hot or cold water, that is reacts with steam displacement reaction. What happens when iron is placed in copper sulfate solution? Why aluminium and copper metals are used in making utensils? Magnesium displaces copper, but copper do not displace magnesium. Why? The foils used to wrap food items are made of what? Aluminium. Which property is used here? Applying a coat of paint prevents corrosion. How? So this is all about this chapter. Goodbye. Have a nice day.